about Xavier, Dr. Venkatesh and Dr. Mulidhar. First of all, let me tell you, I am indeed honored to be here, standing before you all and addressing you all at Vimgal here. It's indeed a pleasure to have an audience like you all. And I will be taking you all through the entrepreneurship thing of opportunities and challenges what are there. So with that, we are already in the afternoon, so I've got a 1 hour presentation, so please bear with me. And any questions, we could have it post, because if we have interactive, then there's a possibility that we may lose train of thought. At the same time, I may not be able to justify all what I have prepared for. So without further ado, let's start off with the first one. Now, what are we talking about? Who is an entrepreneur? Who is an entrepreneur? Madam did explain quite well. So, an entrepreneur is a person who sets up a business or businesses on taking financial risks for what? For charity, for profit. So, finally, you want to be you want to be the boss. So, you are taking up, and you are the entrepreneur. So, this is different from being in service. Service is trading your life for a job, trading your life, your time for money. Here, there is something more than that as an entrepreneur. So now there are certain essential qualities of an entrepreneur. The first, what exactly entrepreneurship is all about, we can see it. The entrepreneur is a visionary and is a creator in all of us. What do we mean by creator? See, we come across so many problems and then we want a solution to the problem, right? So we create a solution to the problem. So we are born with that quality, and it defines our lives as we respond to what we see, hear, feel, experience. Now, just to give you a small example, we were just on the way to Bengal. There was a Kamath Yatrinivas on the way. And we stopped there, and I was told that for the next 20 kilometers there's nothing. Now, that becomes, my response to that is, you're seeing that, you're hearing that, you're feeling that. Now, shouldn't there be an opportunity there? So what will an entrepreneur do? He looks, sees, understands, and takes advantage and seizes an opportunity which is available. And that's how an entrepreneur should be. The other thing is, an entrepreneur is a risk taker. Moving, as you can see here, from a goldfish bowl, jumping up and moving to the next level. That's how it is. You're moving away from what? All your safety, your security of a job. I want to do something. You want to prove something to the world. So entrepreneurs are risk takers, willing to roll the dice with their money or reputation. It may not be only money. It could be even your reputation. I know so much, so people trust you. They put money with you. So what's at stake? Money is not at stake. Your reputation is at stake. So please understand that. So in support of an idea or enterprise, you're so passionate about that idea that you want to bring it to life, that you will bring in money, you will bring in people. So what do you put at stake? Not only your money, you put your relationship also at stake. The other part, as I just told you, the entrepreneur is one who sees an opportunity everywhere. We only look at problems. What is the problem? Between here and there is no hotel. That's the problem. But what's the opportunity? Can we have something in between that? Can we do something there? Will it work out? Is it going to be viable? So the opportunity, the entrepreneur is the person who will look for opportunities everywhere. Today here, you've got industrial areas coming up. Isn't there an opportunity? Can you look at, vehicles are coming up. Are there service centers for vehicles? Anything and everything is an opportunity. So the entrepreneur is a person who looks for an opportunity for every solution to every problem based on his or hers, what she hears, feels, understands, and then brings out a solution to. So now today, this is the latest report from KPMG. And KPMG says, now the entrepreneurs are not local. We are no more here, so-called here. We are everywhere. Today the world is a village. And I'll come to that and I'll share some stats with you. Today you can be anywhere and everywhere. That's how beautiful it is. Why? So an entrepreneur sitting in one country can have R&D done somewhere else. Is it possible?
Yes.
So then, and then what happens? His marketing can be done from another country? Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Then after that, you can have distribution all over the world. Is it possible?
Yes, sir.
Apart from that, what is the basic thing which has made a difference? It's there in the yellow. The internet has made the difference. It has bridged the gap between the west and the east. Today we are sitting just on the outskirts of Bangalore. Madam and everybody here, all the seniors will tell you, Bangalore was a village. 35, 40 years back, Bangalore was a village. It never used to extend 5 kilometers outside Vidhan Soda. You go 5 kilometers, jungle. And today, 35 kilometers, still you don't find jungle. So that's what has happened. What has changed? The internet has outsourced, has brought in the jobs here. People can sit here, work here, and be paid in Indian rupees rather than being paid in dollars, thanks to the bridge called the internet. And nobody can make out a difference. Today when I click my mailbox here, do I know where my mailbox is? We are using Gmail. Where is your Gmail server located? Do you know? But you click here and something opens up and your mail is so that's how it is. So the internet has ushered in a new age of globalization. And this is where entrepreneurship becomes exciting. The world is in your pocket today, if you can understand this. Now if anything else, the power of the entrepreneur has gone up because he is no more confined to Bengal or Kolar or Bangalore. He is confined to the whole world. All he needs to do is showcase his talent and the world is in front of him, or showcase his product or his service. So entrepreneurship, as you can see here around the globe, we need more jobs to improve sentiment. This is very, very critical. We need more jobs to improve sentiment. When you work, what do? Do you create a job? But if you are an entrepreneur, trust me, you will not create one, you may create 7, you may create 7,000. And as Madam said, 4 or 5 people got together in a car shed in Infosys 1980s, 82, and started offshoring from there. And today, Infosys is worth in market capitalization, that means in terms of money, all the shares put together at current market price is 2,65,000 crores. How is that money made? Who has made that money? The stocks have gone up and made that money. The share came, I still remember, madam, 105 rupees, and it was not subscribed. Fully. Inam was the one who came in and it got subscribed. People didn't believe in the software at that point of time. 105 rupees. And it's 1,000 times it has given its return. Just to give you the power. It has not been this. Who has created Google? 2 key people. Who has created HP? 3 people. Who has created Hotmail? One of the Indians. Samir Bhatia is also involved. 4 people. So who creates all this? Who has created Facebook? Mark Zuckerberg, and before him there were 2 guys, the twins, who put a case on him saying that he stole the idea. And but what did he create Facebook for? He created Facebook nothing. He said, Harvard ke liye Facebook. It was not meant for the world. It was meant that I don't know, 500 students come from all over the world. And I don't know each and every one of them. So if we want to date, how do we meet? So we started Facebook. And today Facebook is, sharing so much of data. I'll come to that again. So what are the essential qualities? Now it's new age. Forget. If you ask me, we've had